Hey pumpkins, welcome back to my channel. Today our video is going to be my little New York haul. If you don't already know, I recently went to New York for a day trip, which I highly recommend. So anyway, me and my girlfriend, we left really early, we came back really late, did a bunch of shopping, had lunch, ran around, but most importantly I went to go to Bite Beauty. And if you guys don't know, Bite Beauty is a company that not only produces products that are natural and organic and 100% safe to eat, as well as enjoy on your face. They do a lot of lip products primarily, and at the Bite Beauty lab in Soho, you can go and custom make your own lipstick, from the color to the finish to what the bullet looks like as it comes out of the package. You custom the scent, you customize every step in the way, and you watch them do it. And it is, for us makeup addicts and lovers, it's an amazing experience. I highly recommend you guys go there. I will attempt to link the Bite Beauty lab down below. We'll see how that works out. So anyway, I primarily went for this reason. Was definitely going to do some other shopping while I was in New York. And so I've been kind of putting some things together and make sure that I have a really good time and do some shopping and see what I can see while I'm in New York. So if you are interested to find out what I purchased in New York, then just keep on watching. So like I mentioned, the first thing that I wanted to do was go to Bite Beauty Lab. So if you guys do intend to go, I highly recommend making an appointment. Now, I knew that, and then I forgot to make an appointment. So I called, they said they didn't have any appointments, but you know, stop by if you like, and you know, we'll see what we can do. So I arrived as early as I possibly could. Our flight was delayed. I recommend the trip. I don't recommend Spirit Airlines. But anyway, so I got to Soho, went over to the Bite Beauty Lab, let the girl know that I was in New York for a day. Was there any way she could squeeze me in for an appointment? And she just asked, you know, do you plan to be in the area for a little while? And I was like, I will stay for however long you tell me to, because I really wanted to have this experience. And she was so lovely, and someone canceled, and she said, go get a coffee, come back in 15 minutes. And I was like, stop, I can't believe it. Upon my return, the young lady was ready for me, and we sat down, and the first thing she wanted to know was, what color lipstick do you want? I let the young lady know I want the perfect pinky red. So she began her chemistry-like moves, and she, you know, brought out a few colors, and they laid them down on a little kind of tester sheet with your name on them. And she began to just mix colors, and she's mixing, and she's like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? In the meantime, she has provided me with a bunch of lip treatments in order to prep my lips to test all these wonderful colors. So the first treatment was a bit of a sugar scrub. Then you wipe that off, and then they give you the lip agave mask, which I'm a huge fan of. So I was happy to have that. I put those on my lips, and so she's mixing the colors, and we came up with a color. I tried it on, loved it, but I didn't think it was quite pink enough. And so she then added a little more pink and mixed it up. We looked at it, and I was really happy with my result. Now, in retrospect, I could have maybe gone a little more pink, but you know, I could always go a little more pink. So once we decided on the color, she wanted me to choose my scent. So I chose, what did I choose? Citrus, mango, and mango were my choices. And you can choose from lavender, vanilla, the mango, like I mentioned, citrus, mango, berry. There was one other flavor I don't, mint. And so you could pick among those. I decided to go with citrus, mango, and mango. And the citrus mango is actually a lime mango scent, which was very different than definitely any of my lipsticks smell currently. So I was like, let's go with that. So then the next step is you choose what you want your bullet to look like. So you can have the traditional slanted bullet. There's one, as you guys may have seen, and they're selling them Sephora as well. It's the hand cut lipstick where it's just a flat, just straight across. Or you can have one that has a little kind of peak in the middle, which reminds me of my mom's lipstick. And so you can choose from one of those. And lastly, let's see, you choose your color, you choose the scent, and then you also choose the finish. Now, Bite Beauty has various finishes. They have a matte finish, a luminous cream finish, and two other ones, which I'm terrible. I don't remember all four of them. But you guys, I will list the different finishes. I'll either annotate it on the screen or list it down below of the 4 different finishes that you can choose. So I went with the luminous cream finish. So anyway, this is what I wanted to try for this. So once it was all completed and we really had the formula that we liked, as it was kind of being prepared, she gave me a little card, which this is it here, and it has like the little Bite Beauty logo on the back. But the card actually has specifically what your colors are, has your name, the finish, and the flavor. Then that way, when I go back for Gen Beauty in October, so if you guys are going to be there, you need to let me know. But when I go back, I can either have another, if I want, I can have this exact same shade reformulated for me as I'm in the store. So it was a really, really cool experience. So if you guys are interested in something like that, I hope you get a chance to go to New York and try it out, because I had the most fun. Like I don't know if I've been that excited about something in a while. Like it was kind of like Christmas. I had so much fun. So ta-da, show you the shade that I picked. This is my shade here, and as you can tell, hopefully you can, it's a pinky red, and I have it swatched, and this is the color here. We'll get into these other colors in a minute, but this is it right there. So yeah, I love it. I wear it a ton. It's the most comfortable. It may be the most comfortable lipstick that I have, because it's very creamy, it's very rich, your lips don't dry whatsoever, and it's not a color that really bleeds. So I have been really, really enjoying that. So enough about Bite. I'll ramble on about it forever. The other things that I picked up while in New York. So after I left Bite Beauty, there was a Nars boutique down the street, and I have to say, hey girl, to my new friend Danielle, who was so lovely. She works in the Nars boutique there. I've been so funnily, I met her, we got along really well in the store. She gave me some recommendations on lunch and completely mapped out how I was about to get around the city on the subway, which was super helpful, girl. So thank you so much. We got along really well. And then I realized when I got home, I've been following her on Instagram since like forever. So I'm a nut. But either way, went into the Nars boutique. Didn't really need anything, but did want to look around because I haven't been in a freestanding Nars boutique. They don't have them here in Chicago. So I wanted to check it out. And while I was there, we kind of chit-chatting and looking at the new lashes and just, you know, hanging out in the store. And I remembered I'd been meaning to pick up El Agua. So if you guys aren't familiar, El Agua is a lip pencil that is kind of like a cult favorite at Nars. And it is a rosy, almost a dusty rose color. So that is El Agua right there. So a dusty rose purple, almost a lavender shade. And it's sold out everywhere. They don't sell it at Sephora. And it's sold out a lot of different places. It comes in and out of stock. And we were chit-chatting. She was like, you need anything? I was like, no, girl, I'm good. I got skincare. I got lipsticks. I got this. You know, I'm good to go. I was like, oh, I do need El Agua though. Do you have it? It was the last one in her stock. So, you know, I had to go ahead and pick that up. So I was pretty excited to get that because I have, and I think I've mentioned in one of my videos, I've been looking for a lip pencil to match Dominique, which is a similar kind of lavender taupey shade in their Audacious line, and I didn't have a lip pencil to match, and this pairs with Dominique beautifully, you guys, beautifully. So I was pretty excited to pick that up, and it was the last one, so I felt, you know, extra lucky that day. So El Agua from Nars was the second thing that I purchased. Let's see, what else did I get? While I was there, I had been thinking about picking up the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette for eyes. And I couldn't really decide because, and my hesitation comes from, I picked up the Too Faced Natural Matte palette, I think it's called. And the shades just aren't pigmented enough for my complexion. Not to say that it isn't good. It's a wonderful palette. The shadows blend really easily, but they just weren't pigmented enough for me. So I was speaking about the natural matte palette, and it's just not pigmented enough for me. I think they will make some beautiful transition shades, but because it's not really a complete palette for my complexion, in my opinion, I just don't reach for it terribly often. So I was a little hesitant to pick up the Kat Von D Shade and Eye palette, or Shade and Light palette for eye, because I just wanted to be sure that the pigmentation was there. And I mean, she's definitely known for her pigmented colors and the concentration of the colors and how easy they are to apply, but at the same time, if the shades aren't deep enough to, you know, really, I can really showcase them on my skin, then it's just really not worth it to me. But this palette, girlfriend got it right, let me tell you, because this is it. Actually, I'll show you guys. I'm sure you guys have seen it if you watch YouTube. Here's the packaging here. Very thin, very sleek, quite beautiful. On the back, you have the palette mapped out with the shade colors. And as I mentioned, it does have a magnetic closure. And it has a really big mirror that I won't blind you guys with. But these are the shades. They are so gorgina. I mean, I can't even. There, oh, look at that, you guys. I just needed my lighting to adjust a second. But how beautiful is that? So these shades come in quads. They're separated by quads. So you have a cool tone quad, you have a neutral quad, and you have a warm quad. And when I tell you, I mean, I've worn this palette pretty much exclusively, with the exception of a color from MAC, because it's just I just appreciate it for a transition shade, and a color from Makeup Geek, Bitten, which is actually what I have on my lids right now. With this palette, I mean, I've just combined it with, like I said, just a shade here or a shade there, and I really don't even need those shades. It's just personal preference at the time, but I've reached for this every day since I picked it up. It is such a good palette. The colors that I gravitate more to, obviously, is this warm section here. This shade up here is a gorgeous transition color. This one is a really nice brow bone highlight. This black is really, really pigmented. Be careful with that black, because it is pigmented as hell. This quad is really gorgeous. This color right here in particular, I can't even stay out of. Like, it is in my crease all the time. Like, this is my kind of palette. I'm definitely a matte shadow kind of girl. If I had to pick one, I'd like a couple shimmery colors, mostly from Makeup Geek, but that's about it. But this palette, oh, I'm so glad I bought it. Like, it's so, so good. The colors are very pigmented, as I mentioned. They blend out very well. It is, I think, very user-friendly. I just really, really enjoy it. Really, oh, so glad I bought this. I've used it every time I've worn eye makeup since I've been back from New York, which I went on the 17th. Today's like almost the end of the month. So like 2 weeks, whenever I put on eye makeup, it is this puppy. This puppy with maybe a colored liner, because that's my new favorite thing. So speaking of colored liner, been really into that. Doing something like in one of my previous tutorials, a turquoise on a lower lash line, and then I also wanted to pick up a little something different. So I've been really enjoying these Sephora Jumbo Liner 12-hour wear waterproof colors, and I picked this one up in Silver Glitter. So that is it there, Silver Glitter, and swatched It's right here. There we go. So that's silver glitter. I mean, it is silver and it is glitter all day long. I think it's going to be really nice as a pop of color on the Lauder lash line. I haven't used it yet, but I'm really excited to try it. So we also picked that up. Also at Sephora, I picked up the Duo Brush On Adhesive. And I'm just trying to think. It dries dark, but it doesn't have a color on here. But anyway, this is the packaging here. So that's the Duo Adhesive. And it comes with a brush. There we go. So I picked this up because I've attempted lashes in the past. And I just don't do well with the duo glue that just squeezes out and you're supposed to run it along the lash band. Look, I just chronically put too much, don't put enough. I've skipped it. It doesn't work for me. So I really wanted a brush. Apparently this dries quicker than the regular duo glue is what the girl in Sephora mentioned to me. I happen to really, really like it. It dries dark. I don't think it dries black, but it does dry dark, excuse me. And so when I put it on, or put the lashes on, I don't have any on today, but when I put the lashes on, you don't see the glue peeking out or anything else. I don't feel I needed to go in and darken up the lash line with like liquid liner or anything like that. So it's worked out well for me so far. When I get my lash game up, I'll put some on camera, but that may be a long while off, I'm just saying. So a couple other things that I picked up. Actually, we'll go with this one first. So this is the Inglot Gel Liner in number 74. You guys, this is like a plummy purple. Everybody talks about the Inglot Gel Liner, specifically the black one in number 77. And they do it for a reason. This stuff is so creamy and so easy to apply. So easy to apply. I love it. So you'll see it there. There we go, in number 74. Actually at Macy's they were having a Anastasia Beverly Hills event, and so was chatting with a girl and let her know I was having such difficulty with my wing liner. Like sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's awful, sometimes my angle is way off. And so she gave me some tips and tricks that she uses for her wing liner. And one of her tips was this brush. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills liner brush. Look how thin that is. I mean, really? Liner on fleek. Anyway, this is the number 3 brush. And she whipped this out and she's like, listen, this is how I get my liner to behave. You need this brush. And I was like, you're so correct. I need that brush. And so I picked it up. It has helped me to achieve the wing liner we got going on today. I will bring you in a little bit. I mean, so much better than my wing has been looking. But y'all know we all growing together, honey. So don't judge me if my wing is a little crazy. But today I feel like it's on point. So the number 3 Anastasia and a brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills. If you about that wing life, if you know about a brush in this, let me know. But this one is ruling my world right now. So that is that. Along with my purchase, I also picked up a free gift, which was awesome. And so the free gift was actually the number 7 brush from the same line, Anastasia. And I don't even know how to show you this. There we go, that helps. So you have, so this is for your brows. So you have the spoolie on one end and you have this very angled, precise brush on the other end. And it's very, very thin. Look how thin that is. Woo! So thin. So I purchased, well, I know this was the free gift. And I was pretty excited about it because as I was talking to the young lady, she was like, oh, let's just do your brows and kind of play with those. I have some time and, you know, if you're free. And I was like, oh, that's fine. And so she actually, instead of just using the Brow Wiz pencil, she also used the Dip Brow, which I have never used. So this is the Dip Brow by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And this is the color Ebony. And this is what I have on today to kind of to kind of get my brows in order. So with that really fine brush, you can kind of mimic, you know, the brow hairs. There we go. Let's get this together. So you can mimic the brow hairs and kind of make them a little bit fuller. I'll bring you in. I didn't really go ham today. I just really kind of did my usual kind of brow situation, but the way she applied it made them way more fuller and a little less archy, a little less Instagram-esque, I guess is the word. But you know, I like my brow shape, so I was definitely happy to talk with her to figure out some other techniques. And I thought I had a brush at home that would effectively achieve what we had done today or done that day. But then I got this as a free gift. So I was like, oh, well, that's what's up. I'm using this. So I was pretty jazzed about that. The other part of the free gift was a full size version, you guys, of the clear brow gel. Can we just take a minute? Because mine is almost empty and I was about to go out and purchase one, and I don't have to because I got it in a free gift. I don't have to because I got it in a free gift. Like, this shopping day was just the best. Like, you kind of discover some new products and then you get stuff that you need for free. It don't even get better than that. So free gift was this and this. Bam. I purchased the dip brow, as I've already showed you guys, which I'm kind of digging as it stands. And oh, my last, well, no, that's a lie. My next purchase I got a few things from Anastasia. So I also picked up the waterproof cream color and Barbie pink. Seriously, I'm all about that color liner, gel liner life right now, you guys. This is just what I need. Let me do that. Okay, so now you can really see how pink it is, I hope. But anyway, it is a super cool, yeah, I would say cool pink. It's not really warm. It's definitely a blue based pink. And it is a waterproof cream color, so you can put this all over the lid. I plan to put it in my waterline and maybe a little pink wing liner now that I got my fancy brush that's gonna do it right. So I'm so excited. So I picked this up. I kind of had been looking all over for it, and it's sold out in a lot of Macy's impulse stores, but I was able to get my hands on this one, so that was pretty exciting. The last two products, woohoo, because you know we should stop at some point, were two liquid lipsticks from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's almost like a haul for her. Who knew? So the two colors I picked up were Craft, which is one of the newer ones that just launched recently, and then Permission, which has been in the line since it launched initially. So this is like part of the first go round. The color Craft is like actually Craft is what I have on my lips today. So it's like a mauve pink color, I would say. And then Permission is like a freaking bright orange, but not neon. It's really pretty though. Like, it's a darker orange that I planned on, and actually I really like it. So let me show you the swatches. So this is Permission. How pretty is that? Love that. And then this is Craft. Love, 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 love. I am so digging these liquid lipsticks. They are so comfortable to wear. They go on really well. You don't need a lip liner. I really appreciate the applicator because, now of course I'm making a mess today. It's this doe foot slanted applicator, but that pointed tip I use almost like a lip liner. So I go in and line the perimeter of my lips with that edge, and it gives such a sharp edge that it really makes it work. So I do put down a primer first. I use the ColourPop lip primer first. I let that set, and then I go in with my liquid lipstick. And when I tell you it lasts all day, I don't know, it's almost kiss proof, just a little bit there, but it definitely lasts all day. I'm going out to the movies with some friends and some dinner, so I don't intend to reapply this situation until after dinner. So I'm pretty excited about it. That is everything from my New York haul. I had the best time, you guys. If you have an opportunity to do a day trip to somewhere that you love, I say do it. I do not recommend working the next day, and I do not recommend flying Spirit. That's all I got to say about it. But thank you guys for tuning back in. I love you so much. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. It would just mean the world to me. So I would really appreciate it if you guys could do that. Definitely like this video, share with your friends. And I will see you guys in the next video. I love you so much. Bye.